Hello all, we will move on to more operations on matrices. Okay, today we will be dealing with inverse of the matrix. Here we have the question. Find the conditions on A and B that make A invertible and find A inverse when it exists. Okay. As we know, inverse of A is equal to adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. So determinant of A will be 0 when all the three columns or all the three row elements are 0. Okay, so that is if A is equal to 0, or if all the elements are same in one row, or if all the elements in one column are same, then also the determinant is 0. So having this knowledge about the inverse of the matrix, we can say that A is not invertible if A is equal to 0 or A is equal to B. Means we cannot find the inverse of the matrix if A is equal to 0 or A is equal to B. Okay. We'll check this condition whether what we are saying this by previous knowledge what we have, is it correct or not. So how to find A inverse? The basic procedure is, we can see here, take the given matrix and corresponding identity matrix. Means if it is 3 cross 3, then the identity matrix must be 3 cross 3. Okay, so we will write like this in a matrix form, putting a partition in between the identity matrix and the given matrix A. Okay, so how to find out the A inverse? If you try to manipulate some row operations or column operation, so that if we convert this matrix into I partition A inverse, means I partition, the remaining part what we get here will be the A inverse. That will be the inverse of the given matrix. So the manipulations are such that we should convert A to identity matrix. Okay, keeping the identity matrix in the right hand side. Okay, so operations will be applicable to both the matrices, identity matrix and both the given matrix also. Okay, so what I am saying is, we will try to convert to I/A inverse form using row or column operation on matrix. Okay, so what we will do, we will start performing the row or column operation. You can see here I have given to make this 0. Okay, we'll consider the pivot elements of the diagonal, so that we'll try to make all zeros below the diagonal. Okay, so that we'll approach towards the identity matrix. So what is the operation? I need to multiply row 1 with -1 and then add to row 2. Okay, similarly I need to add multiply -1 to the row 1 and then add to row 3 and update the row 2 and row 3 rows. Okay, so after updating, what we will get? A B B 0 A minus B 0 0 A minus B A minus B. Okay, so now see, you can see here we have done the row operation on this identity matrix also. See, it has changed. So this is now it doesn't belong to identity matrix. Okay, so what we are doing, again we will perform one more row operation, so that keeping this element as a pivot. Okay, keeping second element as a pivot, and we'll try to make this as 0. Okay, what we'll get here? What we'll get here is A 0 0 B A minus B 0. Okay, what I'm doing, multiplying -1 with the row 2 and then adding it to row 3. So we'll get this matrix here, and similarly the same operation should be manipulated on this identity matrix also. Okay, so now what you got is A B B 0 A minus B 0 0 0 A minus B. Okay, now I need to make these two elements 0 to make this matrix as a identity matrix. Okay, how we can do this? What we can do is, see, from this row I can take out a minus b. Okay, from this row I can take out a minus b. Fine. And for this row I need to take this out a, so that the diagonal elements will become 1. Means we are approaching towards the identity matrix. So what I am doing? So I am taking out a here. So what I need to multiply here? So if I remove a here, then this will become 1 and this will be b by a, so that if you multiply a to this element, again you should get the previous matrix. Okay, so for here a minus b. Similarly here also 1 0 0. In the identity matrix also we are dividing it by a. Similarly for other two rows I am dividing it by a minus b, a minus b, a minus b, a minus b. Okay, presently you have got this. See, when you are dividing by a, you know that whenever you do scalar operation, okay, suppose 2x is equal to 3. So 2x is equal to 3 means x will be equal to 3 by 2. If it is 0, x is equal to 3 means what will happen? X is equal to 3 by 0, which is not defined. So a cannot be 0. In the same way, we are dividing this row by a, means a is not equal to 0. Now you hope you got it. So what we told in the starting, by our previous knowledge, we said if a is equal to 0, we cannot find the a inverse. Exactly what we got the information here. That is what a cannot be 0 for the first row. Okay. Similarly, considering the second and third row, what we'll get? A minus b is not equal to 0. Means a is not equal to b. So the two conditions which we said, that for matrix A to be invertible, it should not be equal to 0 and it should not be equal to b. A should not be equal to b. Okay. So hence the two conditions what we said is we proved here while performing the matrix operation. Now it is very simple. The question asked was, find the conditions on A and B that make A invertible. A invertible means A should have a inverse. Matrix A should have A inverse. This is only when A is not equal to 0 and A minus B is not equal to 0. Okay, now performing this operation, so that I should convert this to identity matrix. Okay, how to do this? Row 1 minus b, row 1 is equal to row 1 minus b by a, row 2 plus row 3. So this will convert to here. The similar operation should be applied to the right hand side matrix also. And whatever you get when you apply this, whatever you get in the right hand side matrix, that itself is a inverse. As this doesn't look so good, I can take out 1 by a minus b outside, and we can represent A inverse as 1 by a minus b, matrix of 1 0 minus b by a, minus 1 1 0 0 minus 1 1. Okay. So that's how we find out the A inverse, and the conditions also we found out that A should not be equal to 0 and A should not be equal to B. Okay. Thank you.